Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to Girls for STEM. Welcome to Girls for STEM. You guys, I just want to say thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really do appreciate. As you can see today, we have a guest. We have some very interesting guests. Again, hi everyone. Hi everyone, and welcome to Girls
Welcome
for
to my
STEM.
channel. I really do appreciate. As you can see today, we have a guest. We have some very interesting guests. Again, hi everyone. Hi
You
everyone,
guys, if you
and
can
welcome
hear the
to
thing,
my
just
channel. I really do
let me just make
appreciate.
sure we don't have anything open. Yes. Guys, yeah, we always have this issue. So, wow, let's see what's happening again. I'm not sure what's happening, guys. Let's all go out and just come back again. Hi everyone. Hi everyone again. Welcome to Girls for STEM. Again, this is Girls for STEM. We are here to encourage girls pursue STEM. We are here to, acknowledge other scientists who have navigated this sector, and we are here to show these girls to the endeavors, the technology, so that they can have a real feel of technology. So we have some guests here on my channel. Guys, enjoy. Feel free to ask questions. Feel free to, comment. It's an interactive session, so enjoy, guys. So my first guest is going to be John Turay. He is going to we're going to discuss about cybersecurity. I hope you guys are interested about that. So John has been with us before, so he's going to introduce himself as well. Okay, so let me just bring in John. Hi John, how are you?
Hi,
Nice
Kristen.
to have you here. So if you can introduce yourself to my viewers, I know you've been here before, but most people are just coming in for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, hello. I'm S Turay from Sierra Leone, and I'm a network security engineer and software engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and a security researcher. Um, I'm a security researcher for integrity, and recently I've applied for SINAC, but I'm waiting for approval. And my hobbies here, I like playing CTFs. I know you must be wondering what a CTF. CTF is just a kind of game where you use real hacking tools, which hackers use to compromise hosts. I like playing CTFs from Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, Pound Till Down, and Offensive Security Lab. They have good CTFs if you want to play them.
Yeah, sorry about that. He's zooming out. Hope he can come back again. So yes, guys, I was just saying we're here to acknowledge other scientists, other engineers.
Over to you, Christine.
Oh, okay. There he goes. Yes, go ahead, John. Yeah, so he's zooming out, in and out. Okay, go ahead, John, again.
Sorry, because of the network, in Sierra Leone here we have some bad weather and that network problems everywhere.
Yes,
So I'm back now.
yes. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so I hope you guys heard my I've introduced myself. You got that
Maybe if you
point,
can
right?
just reintroduce one more time. So, guys, John Turay is
Okay.
from Sierra Leone. So maybe you can tell them just a little bit background of yourself.
Okay. I'm a network security engineer, a software engineer, cybersecurity engineer, and a security researcher. At recently joined Integrity as a security researcher, and I've applied for SINAC, but I'm waiting for approval to finally join the team. Um, my hobbies here, I like playing CTFs. I know what you must be wondering what is CTF, and CTF is just a kind of game where you use real world hacking tools to compromise hosts. Yeah, to find something, to find encoded string, which we call flags. I
Yeah.
like playing CTF from Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, Pound Till Down, and Offensive Security. Yeah, that's what I can say by myself for myself, because that's all. Over to you, Christine.
Wow. So that's very interesting. So a lot of people don't really understand cybersecurity, what it is. How is it a good thing, especially what does it protect us from? And if you can just, elaborate a little bit about that. How can my viewers understand cybersecurity in a very good way that they can protect themselves?
Okay. First, I would like to talk about domain and cybersecurity, which we call information security, because and information security is one of the key concepts right now. Most organizations are suffering from because they want to have their data protected.
Yeah.
So that's where cybersecurity comes to play. So first off, I'm gonna say information security is a tool or process which organizations use to protect information, their like their personal information, or um, you can have something you want to protect, the information you want to protect. You don't want somebody from who is not authorized to see it, to look at it. And information security, these things include, we're gonna include policy settings, um, like you set policies in your organization. Say if you need to follow these policies, these rules. So
Yes.
and information security is very, very wide. It's a broad domain. It ranges from network and infrastructure security to auditing and testing, all that. But when we look at information security here, we talk about three pillars, that three principles of information security,
Yeah.
which we call number one, we have confidentiality, we have integrity, and we have availability. So
Yeah.
what do we mean by we say confidentiality? If you want to keep your things confidential, you say this thing is confidential. Is this thing gonna be between me and Christine? Only people
Yeah.
who authorize to see it. Like I authorize Christine to see the stuff, so Christine can always see it. So that we talk about confidentiality. We don't need third party to see this thing. So how are we gonna
Yeah.
protect that? How are we gonna make sure that nobody sees this thing? So we have what we call encryption. So you
Hmm.
encrypt your data, because if you encrypt your data, nobody can see it till just the authorized, only the authorized person can see that data, because he is the person who knows how to decrypt it. So that's the
Yeah.
first step we need to take into consideration if we want to keep our stuff confidential.
Yeah.
Then we talk about integrity again. So when we say integrity, we talk about the trustworthiness of data. If this data is really, it is what it said it is, how are we gonna
Yeah.
know this data is not being tampered with? It's not been changed. It is the same
Yes.
data that I sent to Christine and Christine read it. This is the same thing. So
Yeah.
we have what we call hashes. So like if like I want to download this, I went to a site, I want to download this image distributions, like Linux distribution images, ISO files. But they sometimes they do put the something what they call MD hash by the provider, the manufacturer, because they have the authentic document, the original document. So they're gonna MD5 hash it. And if you download that document, how are you gonna check that this is the exact thing that I've downloaded? You to need
Yeah.
to test that. You're gonna hash your file you downloaded. Then you compare it with the hash that it is in the hash that is provided by the manufacturer. If it's the same,
Yeah.
then we're gonna say this thing is authentic and this thing is it is what they say it is. So the good way how you should check that is by doing hashes.
Yeah.
And we talk about availability. What do we mean by availability? For example, if I'm a cloud service provider, I provide like I I'm a cloud service like Amazon. So I'm not gonna fail my customers because how I'm gonna say this thing is 24/7 up there. This service is providable whenever you need it. You can access it wherever you are and whenever you want. So that the threat sitting behind this availability is what we call DOS attack. You might fall under DOS attack, and DOS attack means denial of service attack. Because if your system or your organization is under DOS attack, that means you cannot provide service for your customers. So that's the main key things you should take into
So,
consideration.
sorry, John, not to cut you. So I just want to talk to my viewers. So, guys, welcome to Girls for STEM. Again, this is STEM Hangout for engineers and scientists where they can share their STEM and also how they navigated their STEM. So we have John Turay. He's showing us, he's a cybersecurity engineer. So he's telling us what is cybersecurity, what are the protections that are there. So that's what he's trying to explain here. If you're just joining in just now, so please ask questions. Feel free to ask any questions. So please continue, John. And John is from Cameroon, guys. He's bouncing from
Sierra
Cameroon.
Leone, Sierra
Yeah, oh,
Leone,
Sierra
Sierra
Leone.
Leone.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Yes,
Yeah, I'm from
yes, from
Sierra
Sierra
Leone.
Leone. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move further. We done with the three pillars or the principle of information security. Now we talk about threats. We talk about threats. You might be heard about this threats. What is threat? Threat is something that might expose your system to vulnerability. Yeah,
Yes.
threat can be anything. It can come from areas you might not even consider that this can cause a threat in my system or my organization. So we look at some key area threat. We know we have a lot of them, but I'm just gonna talk about few here. First, we talk about physical threat. How this physical threat gonna happen? Said, oh, this physical threat. Yeah, it's a physical threat. Just take for example, I'm sitting in a coffee shop. Then
Yeah.
I want to use the restroom. Then I left I leave my computer or my
Without,
system,
yes.
my phone on without watching it. Somebody might come in and steal it, and you
Yeah.
know what that means when you lost your computer or your phone. You
Hmm.
have a lot of data that you don't want to lose, so you lose that, and that's a physical threat to you. So you need to protect that, and you like we talk about intrusion again. Somebody might come in, and that's physical threat. You might have you might leave your system without having password in it.
Hmm.
Somebody might just sneak in and watch what you're doing. Might go into your social media account or your bank account, your online
Yeah.
banking account, and do some transaction that you might not even aware of. So that's
Yes.
all what we call that's a physical threat. You might not even consider that somebody can do it, but
Hmm.
it's happening around a lot. We have heard about a lot of scenarios that. Then we talk about natural threats. What are these natural threats? When we talk about natural threats, we talk about earthquakes, like volcanoes. We talk about natural disasters like weather, thunderstorms, lightning. Like you might have a data warehouse or data center which earthquake can occur in that area. You know what that means if earthquake occur in your data center where your data where all your customer data are. You
Yeah.
might lose everything because of that. Then we talk about human threats again. Human threats, yeah, we talk about hackers. Somebody might sit very far away from you and get to compromise your machine and do something that you might not even aware of, like stealing documents or for malicious intent. So these are all
Yeah.
human threats. Then we talk about again social engineering. Yeah, I
Wow.
might
So
let's
there
say
are so many threats that are out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of threats out there which you might not
So
even aware of that.
how can we protect ourselves from those threats? Because now our lives will be on social media. We are on social media right now. We have so many things that we do on social media. So how can we ask just normal, like my viewers, anyone, how can we protect ourselves against such attacks?
Yeah, first you need to take you need to make sure that like how let me just I just want to use a simple term where I can put this. I don't want to use buzzwords.
Yeah,
Let's think about like this theft, right? Let's say physical threats where someone was like come in and steal your stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, like you don't need to leave your things like insecure. If you have a sensitive data, like I have like my laptop, I know it's
yeah,
very like it's have data that somebody might not see, that's I don't want somebody to see, and it's confidential. So what
yeah.
you can do is put a very strong password in it,
A
so
strong
that
password.
even if somebody, yes, even somebody try to break in, and it like that's not gonna possible because you're the only one who know this password, how to get into your computer.
Yeah,
Then you should not leave your things whenever and wherever, because they might steal them, might steal your things, like steal your phone,
yeah.
and you might lose them. Yeah. And these natural threats, we talk about earthquakes. Yeah, you need to have like backup. You need to have
Yes.
backup because if yes, you need to regularly back up your stuff. Find somewhere else where you keep it, where you keep your stuff, like where you back up your stuff. Even if my computer is stolen, but I will still have a backup. I will still have like a hard drive or a
Even
cloud
when it's
storage.
just broken, if it's broken,
Yeah,
because I hear some
even if it's
people,
broken.
their computers, oh my, I lost my all my pictures, all my data. So
Yeah,
I think people need to also just realize that, that we need to have a backup and also protect our our gadgets and our data so much. You know what, John, please, I think would love to have you again back, because I think we need this information, we need to share it as much as possible, because all of us, we don't know, we find ourselves, we've been hacked, either been hacked or we lost our data, so we don't know. So most people don't know where to find this information. How do you back up your stuff? What's the best way to back up things? It's just so much information. So we would love you to come and speak to our viewers again. We're just running out of a little bit of time for other guests as well, but this is very interesting. And guys, please ask questions. If you ask questions, we'll bring John back again. You guys, you are not asking questions, so I know you need a lot of information about backing your data, taking care of your information, your pictures. I know you guys have a lot of questions, so you still leave comments below, and John will still answer them when he comes back. So he's still here, so we might bring him if you guys have got so many questions about John. So thank you so much, John. We really do appreciate. And now I would like to bring in Pfizer. Pfizer, are you on? Pfizer? Hello, Pfizer. Okay, let's see what we are still waiting to see. Let's see if Pfizer is gonna. Hi, Pfizer. How are
Hello.
you? I'm
I'm
so
good.
happy to have you. I'm so excited. I know you're very busy, so hopefully you share with my viewers, because you're busy of having an intern. So how are you? I'll let you introduce yourself to my viewers. Some of them are seeing you for the first time, and then we'll move on from there. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name's Faiza. I'm a undergraduate student. I'm a rising junior studying mechanical engineering at Rutgers, and I'm interning at Rockwell Automation.
Wow, wow. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And and what major are you, Fiz, again?
I'm sorry?
What major are you? What
Mechanical
engineering?
engineering.
Yeah, mechanical engineering. So, Fiz, I just want to, if you can share with my viewers. So, how did you start your STEM or this career? When did it start for you to be in engineering? If you can share that with my viewers.
STEM, I think I've always known I wanted STEM because I liked science. But engineering specifically, when I took my first coding class, and then I saw like, you could do more than just, you could apply science and not just learn all the discoveries. So I feel like that was kind of my breaking point. At that point, I wanted to be a software engineer. But then eventually, when I got a little exposure to the hardware part and the building part, I felt like that's where I would flourish more, and I'm trying to go down that path.
Wow. Wow. And when was that when you thought about pursuing engineering? How old were you roughly?
I'd say like 16.
About 16. Wow. So, and the other thing is, I think pursuing science, engineering, any of this STEM, it comes at different levels, right? For example, mine came a little bit very late, and I always encourage everybody of my age that you can still pursue engineering. You can pursue, STEM at any age. So it's very interesting that it's really spark about 16 years old, right? And some people, it also spark as early as 5, 6, 7. You can see them there. So did you guys have, or your mother talk about engineering on the table when you're having lunch or when you're having dinner? Did that happen?
To be fair, I know like a lot of South Asian, like completely Asian communities want their children to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, and engineering never really came into the picture. It was always being a doctor or being a dentist or something in the medical field. And eventually, when I did see that, yeah, fine, I'm good at bio, I'm good at science. But when I saw that I was better at math than I was at biology, something wasn't clicking. As far as my parents mentioning it, not really. Them being first generation, I'm a first generation student. So they didn't have the privilege to complete their graduate school or even their undergrad, certain life circumstances. So they didn't really know that part. They did know engineering exists, but we just never got exposure to it until high school brought the whole engineering picture into my mind.
Wow. So who would you consider as your role model who has really like shaped you up to where you are today? Would you think of someone as a role model? Or no? For me, I didn't have a role model. Even when I was at college, I didn't see someone like me, someone who looked like me, someone who has pursued, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And it was very challenging. Sometimes I doubted myself. I wondered, will I even make it? And also considering at the point when I started my engineering, it was very challenging. So what do you think is your role model for you?
To be honest, I really can't think of a role model. The only thing that actually pushed me towards STEM is I excelled in my classes. I didn't have any practical experience, and I didn't get that community until like college. But before that, I did have like a girls who code club in high school. So that was a little more inclusive. They were all females. They all wanted to do something with STEM. And so I felt like that kind of pushed me like, oh, there are other females that can also do it, which means you can too. So I think girls who code club, and then going into Rutgers, there is a huge community to support women in STEM. So that is definitely a push factor. I got my lab experience. I got my company experience. I got so much just from Douglas Residential College. And that was definitely a breaking point in my career.
Wow. That's so interesting. So what would you say to a girl growing up right now? How should they think if they want to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics?
I will say that there's a lot of social pressure because growing up, females are taught, oh, you're so pretty. Whereas a guy, you'll tell them, you're so strong. So like from the very beginning, there's that distinction.
I'm like, what is the prettiness got to do with science, engineering, and mathematics,
Yeah, and then like your dad would be working on a car or fixing something, and your brother would help and not you. So they already get that exposure to begin with. But don't doubt yourself. If you want to do it, there's nothing in the world there will be challenges, obstacles. Some people will tell you can't do it. You just gotta push away those thoughts. Just believe in yourself. again, like we talked about, we need to find a community somewhere where we're heard, somewhere or somebody who encourages us. And when we are feeling doubtful, we're humans at the end of the day. Sometimes we do feel doubtful. So if you have even your parents, if it's your mother that you're close with, be like, I really want to do this, but I'm scared. I'm sure she'll reassure you. And if you have the privilege to surround yourself with friends or teachers, even teachers, some of your STEM teachers, when they see that they also go in meetings with just male teachers, they would probably like to see more female STEM teachers too. So they will definitely encourage you. And again, do well in your classes and you'll be fine.
Exactly, math and science. And again, most people fear about math and science, but guys, we do science and math in all other courses or other careers. So I don't know where this notion of saying, oh, engineers or scientists, it's hard. I don't get that part, because social sciences, all physical sciences, every career, they go through math and science. So I don't know where this notion comes from of saying it's so difficult. Guys, this career, it's a very lucrative career. It's a very cool career. This is where you can, you are given an opportunity to fail. You are given an opportunity to drive your desires in whatever you are given to work on. So I think it's a very cool career, and we're really encouraging girls, boys to pursue this science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So Father, my last question is, what are your most challenges? Maybe if you can share with my viewers, have you ever had any challenges to a point where you are right now?
So I feel like, I don't know if this is everybody who goes through this, but in college, you're kind of discovering who you are. And there's always that, what am I going to do next? Should I do this? There's so many doors that open up to you, and I'm completely lost. Is it grad school? Is it industry? Is it so many other things that you can choose from? There's a billion clubs. Do I choose this one? Do I choose this one? There's choices that you continuously have to make. And that is the hard part for like my career development. I will say that if you are debating between a technical and non-technical, a STEM and a business career, this is like the cool thing about it. If you choose something in tech, you can always go to a managerial role. But if you start off in business, you can't go to the technical route. So there is that one huge advantage. If you're smart enough, if you feel like you're capable enough, go for STEM. And if 10 years down the road, you're tired of your tech job, great, you can go into management. So that is one huge plus to that. In terms of social struggles, yes, I will say, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I was not prepared coming into a class full of guys. But to be honest, when you do your research on colleges, try to find colleges that have a good female to male ratio when it comes to the student body. Look at the demographics, see if that culture is good for you. Rutgers is very inclusive, and a lot of my male peers, they've never made me feel left out. Yes, they talk over each other, but I think that's just that assertive dynamic. And you also have to push through sometimes. And always, there will be females in STEM, your professors, anyone. Find that community. Find a good supporting environment, and you'll flourish there.
Yes. And Faiza, you have a question. I don't know if you can see
it. What field in mechanical engineering would you like to specialize in, and why? So I'm still an undergrad. I'm a rising junior, and I'm telling you, everybody is asking you to make that decision based on, okay, what is your next internship going to be? What are you going to do after graduation? Those big questions are life deciding questions, but people keep telling you, at least that's what I've heard. You are not obligated to stick to one thing. And I think as a product of being young, you can jump around because you're in that phase where you learn quickly, you pick up on things. So right now, I will say I don't have a clue, but I do like the manufacturing aspect, like the manufacturing industry so far. But I do still want to explore other industries and see where it takes me.
Wow. No, thank you so much. So I'll give you 1 minute. So what can you just encourage the girls coming up one more time? What would you say that want to pursue engineering?
Guys, if you find something interesting, go break it apart and see how it's made up of. It's cool. I remember this one time, I borrowed a pen from somebody. It was an ink pen. So we used to use pencils before, and that was our transition into an ink pen. And I was like, how the hell does this work? And I borrowed it. I went to the bathroom and I opened it up, and then I couldn't put it back together. So it was broken. But like I understood how the ink is pumped up and then it goes through a pipe, and then that's how you're able to write. But it was broken. I did get in a little bit of trouble with that, but definitely like go for it if you see something. I also, if you have the money, like the financial means to do so, I've bought certain stuff like electrical stuff and looked up YouTube tutorials and worked it out. I feel like when you're young, and that's like you're opening into, I don't know how this works, but I'm going to figure it out. So that builds that problem solving mindset from a young age. And that is something that even like little girls can do. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. You just nailed it. Thank you so much, Pfizer. Hope to see you again. And yes, thank you so much for having you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys, that was Pfizer. Thank you so much. So we are going to have Patrick. Patrick, hope he's ready. Patrick, are you ready? Yeah, so we're going to have Patrick again. So Patrick, if you can introduce yourself a little bit to my viewers. I know they saw you last time, but give them,
Yes.
a brief introduction. Yes.
Good evening. I don't know what time it is in other places of the world, but here
Yes.
it's evening.
We have
I'm
different times.
I'm hoping everyone's okay. It's good to be back. Kirsten, thank you so much for hosting me again.
Yes,
I'm so
last
grateful.
time you were talking to us and your internet, oh my God, kept on zooming in and out. Everybody was like, where is Patrick? Okay, so go ahead,
Yes,
Patrick.
I think today it's much better now.
Okay.
Yes, my name is Patrick Musonda. Yes, and I'm from Zambia. My hometown is in the capital of Lusaka, but I'm on the Copper Belt currently. Yes, I'm an electromechanical engineering student. I'm in my third year. I've not yet graduated, and I'm also a network technician by profession. Yes, and that's my career, as I can say. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So yeah, go ahead.
Currently, I'm in third year. I'm at the Copper Belt University, and I'm pursuing electromechanical engineering. It's one of the hybrid type of engineerings which has been introduced in Zambia. It comprises of both electrical and mechanical engineering combined together. Yeah. So you do a lot with electrical machines, mechanical devices, and those machines which are both electromechanical, which use both majors. Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting. And I just want to say to my viewers that, some people ask me that, oh, can they just do engineering when they go to other countries or things like that? Of course, yes, we may have privileges,
Yes.
when you go to another country to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But I just want to shout out there that all you need, you have to just be self-driven, encourage your kids, your girls. The rest, they will take them upon themselves, and they will drive that. So I just want to shout out to Patrick. He's in Zambia. I was in Zambia. I never had the chance to pursue engineering in Zambia due to resources. There were a few universities at that moment.
Yes,
It was
that's very true.
Yes, and it was very painful. But I got an opportunity to come here in the US, and then I got that opportunity to further my education. But I would like to appeal to anybody listening that it doesn't matter where you are, especially if you have the resources. Okay, I'm giving an example, guys, about Zambia because it's something I know that now they've improved with some universities, things like that. Sierra Leone, Nigeria, anywhere. It's just you have the zeal, you have the drive, you can do anything. Yeah. So let's talk about more about STEM. Patrick, I know you wanted to talk about that. So maybe let's explain to my viewers what you wanted to talk about STEM. Yes.
Okay, like for me personally, my STEM career or my interest in STEM started as a young boy when I was growing up.
Yes.
I remember my dad, when I was a kid, he had a bookshelf of which was filled with so many books about science, about the world, about exploration and stuff related to
Patrick,
science. So I used to read a lot.
Was he an engineer? Was he an engineer, or he just, what was he?
No, actually, he was a chef by profession. But
a chef, and then he had books about engineering. Wow, that's interesting.
Yes,
interesting.
He loved reading a lot. So that's where my interest came in from, because I used to read a lot about Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, and then there were so many books which had just simple experiments that I would try in my backyard growing up as a kid. And then there was this channel called is it National Geographic? I don't know if you know it.
Yes.
I used to watch it a lot. So they would bring some nice shows about science and technology and about how it's changing the world.
Patrick,
sorry,
so that
made my interest grow.
Pause for a minute. Just pause for a minute. So I just want to tell the viewers that we have social media. And most people, I'm telling you, I've interacted with people who tell me off about YouTube. They tell me that I don't go to YouTube. I don't use YouTube. I don't use Facebook. But I want to appeal. I'm in technology. I would like to appeal to my viewers that this social media, you can use it wisely.
It's a very powerful tool.
It's a very powerful tool. You can use it wisely. You can guide your kids what to watch. YouTube has a lock. Remember, John Turay was telling us how to protect yourself from other cyber attack earlier on.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. So you can protect your kids from using YouTube to be, YouTube is just the world. There is no restrictions. A lot of I know YouTube restricts some stuff, but you can still protect your kids
if
from
there's a copyright
to be watching very, very good material. So I just want to point that out because Patrick just mentioned how he was going to online to watch YouTube, so that I can talk to my viewers. They can also know that internet is a good thing. YouTube is a good thing. Facebook is a good thing, but in a good way if we use it wisely. Go ahead, Patrick.
Yes. So I never had that chance of using social media. Okay, the time I was growing up, social media was not so. I started using social media after I finished my high school. So most of the time I used to read books, watch TV, and then the interest grew. I loved mathematics, science, and chemistry, and it was so amazing. And that's how the interest grew. When I went in secondary school, I joined the JETS club. It's called the Junior Engineers, Technologists, and Scientists. It's very much similar to STEM. So we used to do a lot of scientific experiments, would do quizzes, would do math questions, and it was just so amazing. It made me so interested.
That was
in grade 10.
And guys, Patrick is an electrochemical engineer pursuing
electromechanical
engineer at CBU, right?
Yes, the Copperbelt University.
Yes, go ahead, Patrick.
Yes. So I did my first experiment, my first JETS project and experiment in grade 10, which was about a cooling machine which used charcoal, more like a fridge. And it was good. Then my second JETS project was in grade 12. It was a math project, and all of that made me so interested. And then after I finished my high school, I
Yes.
had a hard time deciding what I would do because I was good with biology, I was good with some natural sciences, and I had to choose whether I should do medicine or any medical related course, or
Yes.
maybe something to do with technology. But the good part was I really loved science and physics. And
Mm-hmm.
then growing up, my at my house we had a laptop and a computer, so I was a computer cyber person. Like I would be with the computer all the time,
Yes.
discovering new stuff. So that's what gave me an interest to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's another program I did. I have an advanced certificate in
Mm-hmm.
digital computer networking systems from Allison Academy. Yeah, so after high school, I did the same program, and that's basically dealing with how a network is set up, let's say in an organization or a city, and
Mm-hmm.
how to transmit information, how to
So
set
all
up
these things you are
hosts.
just so all these things you're just like self-driven. You're just trying, you're
Yes,
curious, right?
yes. Actually, the good part about science, it's so adventurous. Once you take a step, you want to find out what the next step would do. Once you do something, you become so curious. So
Yes.
now for me, this journey has been self-driven. I've never really had someone in this particular field or what I've done to mentor me. I've just been so self-driven on my own, and also more of great scientists like Albert Einstein, Sir Isaac Newton, and all these people we read about in books. So it's made me more interested into doing the same.
It's very true. For me, what I'm intrigued
Yes,
about them is to say how were they thinking? How much knowledge did
yes,
they have? How did they come to understand these things? That also intrigues me. I even now I
a
sometimes
lot
think
of
about them like, whoa, how can somebody think about this? I think it's just being
yes,
curious that make us trying to push to understand, more about something. Yeah, that's really
yes,
true. Wow, wow.
yes. So after doing my program with Allison, I had a chance to work with a company called Kazang, where we dealt with the installation of computer softwares on point of sales, and
Mm-hmm.
also network solutions and ATM facility systems. Like you're able to control how the ATM operates and how all those transactions operate. Also on
Wow.
those point of sale machines that provide airtime, they pay your hospital bills, your
Mm-hmm.
your TV installation, electrical utility facilities. Yeah,
Yes.
so all of that was so amazing. And then that's how I decided to apply at the Copperbelt University to advance from what I did. Then I
Yeah.
advanced and I decided to do electromechanical engineering.
Wow.
I I
Wow.
had I had a very tough decision
Mm-hmm.
because those aircraft engineering, there was mechanical engineering, chemical, and there was also computer and electrical. So for me, I had a big interest in electrical, and again, I had another interest in mechanical, looking at the background I had, because I really loved physics and
Yes.
chemistry in high school. So I decided, let me do something which has both in one, which is
Yes.
electromechanical engineering, which is one of my
Wow.
favorite, and I'm
You
really happy
seem
that
to
I'm doing it.
you seem to be very, very intrigued into it. That's really, really
Yes,
nice. Wow. And
yes,
guys, we are here to acknowledge other scientists who have
yes,
navigated science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
yes,
We are here to show the girls, the boys, that you can pursue STEM, you can pursue science,
yes,
technology, engineering, and mathematics, and that's why we are bringing these engineers, scientists, so they can share with us how did they do it. how were they when they
Yes.
were young? What really intrigued them for them to pursue this career? Guys, this
Yes.
career is a very good career. You should see all the people that, our guests here, check it out. It's a very good career. It's a very lucrative career. It's a very cool career. You tend to work with cool stuff. You enjoy it. And that's my passion, that, we can encourage more girls, because
Yes.
there is untapped potential, especially for girls. Most of girls, especially in the back decades, they were saying girls only belong in the kitchen. They only belong to
Yes,
do
that's
these
true.
other hospitality careers. Yeah.
That's
So,
that's the
that's
unfortunate part.
that's why. So, no, thank you so much, Patrick. We really do appreciate, and would like to see you more, so that we see how you
Okay.
are pursuing and continuing this career. We really, really do
Yes.
appreciate. So I am going to bring in my next guest is Maria Martinez. Um, I'm going to bring her back. I'm so excited to have her. 1 second. Hi, Maria. Hi, Maria. You are
Hi.
live. How are you? I'm so excited to have you, Maria. Thank you so much for coming. And I know you are a very busy person now. You have an intern, which I guess you're going to share with us. I'm so excited. But before I talk too much, I would like first Maria to introduce herself.
Hi. My name is Maria Martinez. I'm a computer science major at California State University. Um, I'm passionate about activism work as well, and I'm formerly incarcerated. So that's going to play a huge part on how I came into computer science.
Yes, yes, yes. And you know what, Maria, this is a very good point that I would like you to share with my viewers, because sometimes people think their life is a dead end. We do make mistakes in our lives. I've made mistakes, bad ones, some of them. Everybody has made mistakes. Some people don't want to agree to agree that they've made mistakes, but we are human beings. So, can you share with my viewers how you started your STEM?
Okay, so I was incarcerated for 6 years, and at the end of my last year, re-entering society, my younger sister came to visit me, and she was like, "What are you planning to do when you come home?" And
Yes,
I was coming home at I went in at 23. I was coming home at 30. So I
yes,
told her I had no idea what I was going to do. I was probably going to go to beauty school or something, right? Because
yeah,
having that criminal background, you're limited in what careers you can actually pursue.
yes,
Uh, so she did like some brain teaser, and I guess I solved it a little quickly. And she was like, "You know what? I think you'd be good, pursuing computer science." And she's
yes,
a software developer, and I saw her struggle, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm not good at math. I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, I was already setting those limitations on myself, right? Like I was like,
yes,
"No, I'm too old. I'm gonna be too old. I'm not good at school, and I'm not good at math, because math has a lot to do in that major."
mhm.
Um, but when I got out, I had no idea. So she just enrolled me into classes, and that's how I started.
Wow. So, would you call her as your role model or what?
Yep, that's everyone's like, "Who's your technologist, hero or heroine?" Even at Disney, they asked me that, and I was like, "Well, my younger sister, Denise, because I always went to her house on the weekend when I needed
Yes,
extra tutoring.
yes,
If it wasn't for her, yeah, I think I would have dropped a long time ago, because it is a really difficult major, but worth it at the end, for sure.
yes. So, maybe again, so what is your major again? If you can just tell the my viewers your major.
So it's computer science. Right now, my focus is on front end development,
Mhm.
uh, and I just started dabbling into the cloud with my internship. So I didn't think I was gonna like that, but I actually do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So, guys, and you're also working for, is it Disney, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
Disney Enterprise Tech.
Yeah,
corporate.
so guys, she's working for Disney. I'm just so excited. So I would like to share how we met. Do you want to share with them maybe how we met, me and you?
Yes. So we met, I think it was my first year. I applied to this program called AIMS that that support um, students of color, first gen, with tutoring. You know, you have your mentor, your faculty mentor, and Kristen was my mentor. She was my first mentor, and she saw me cry that first year. She's like, like all my problems. I was like, I don't know if I can
Yeah,
do
we
this.
cried together.
Yeah. So I see, like, explain what computer science is. So computer science
Yes.
is like software. It's not like I get asked a lot, oh, can you set up my, I don't know, my printer or something, or can you fix my computer? I don't do that. I don't know anything about the hardware portion of it.
Yeah.
I could if I wanted to, but it's more developing software. Like at Disney, we're developing, well, the team I'm on, we create tools. So my title is a platform engineering intern. Um, so we just launched this tool. I can't really talk about it, but it's just
Yeah.
it's for the cloud service, and it's to filter out anyone that violates Disney policy, creating the database for their website, or for anything involving the AWS. And you see, like, when you first met me, I wasn't talking like this.
I'm so excited. Oh, you guys, I just want to say I love Maria so much. We've been through a lot. I mean, when I say we've been through a lot, we were going to school together. She was in first year. I think I was in third year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
something like that. So there's just life things, school, you need to set up classes, things like that. So we discussed a lot. We spent some time together on lunch, and we had so much fun. And I'm just so excited to see what she has become, especially where she has come from. And I kept on saying, girl, your future is so bright. She's like, are you serious, Kirsten? I'm like,
I didn't believe in myself.
yeah, no. But now she's interning at Disney. You guys, Disney is much fun. So I'm just so excited about her. So maybe Maria, what can you say to a girl growing up in science, who wants to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and also factor in that me and you, we are privileged here in the United States, that we have so much resources around us and we can do pretty much anything we want. But this is not just for people like that. If we look at other people in other countries, other people even here in the United States that are not privileged, how can you encourage them to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics?
So I always give the example of my younger sister, Denise, because growing up, we lived in a one-bedroom apartment. We're first generation,
Yes.
and like, we had all four of us slept in one bed.
Hmm.
And seeing her like pursue STEM, we weren't, we didn't even have a computer until we were like maybe seven. I was at 17.
Yes.
So seeing her reach for the stars when she was younger, and I was doing something else. I was not being a good kid.
Yes.
And seeing her now where she's at, she just bought like almost $1 million home in Long Beach.
And I would like to have her. Remember, she's the first
Yeah.
person I wanted to talk to. So please, sister, please, I need you here.
Like,
if you are watching this. Yes.
Yeah, she's actually she's gonna go take my mom to the mall right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let her know that she'll be my next guest.
Yeah, because
Yes.
she probably went through something totally different than I did, because I had her, right? She didn't have that. So seeing that, being raised on welfare,
Yes.
and now having like her own home, her car,
Yeah.
they even got
And
a
that's
little boat.
America for you.
Yeah. it's possible, especially here, especially that we don't have people of color and
Yes.
women of color. Like
Yes.
I'm the only Hispanic person in the team of 40, right? Like, and with
Yeah.
different branches, when we all meet, there's probably 5 women, and
Yes.
like me and one other individual were
Mhm.
women of color, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else is pretty much white or male, white,
Yes.
Asian.
Mhm.
So that, there's like, if you really want it, if you want to change your life, this is the opportunity, because I could have gone back to my old lifestyle,
Mhm.
but now, like, all the tears that I had, all the, the stressing, I'm almost
Mhm.
going to graduate. I should be graduating this year. And seeing, like, this is my first adult job, and everyone's so nice. Everyone's, and it's like, I didn't think it was going to be like this, but there's actual, places that you can work, and you'll be good, and you'll be successful. And then my lead and my manager always encouraged me to ask questions, be the best I can be. And like, it's awesome. I'm glad I stuck to it. I really am. So do it if you can.
Wow. I'm just so proud of you. I cannot say much. I'm just so proud of you. And I see you just flourishing so much. Again, guys, Maria was one of my mentee, and she was amazing when she was in first year. When she just came, I was in third year in my engineering career, and I was a mentor for first incoming engineering students from colleges, and also just from high school as well. So, oh my God, Maria, yes, make sure you tell your sister. I would love to have her here, and so we can, talk more and more. So, I just want also to say that, how did you prepare for your internship? Maybe if you can tell a little bit of my viewers, because sometimes people they don't know how to prepare for internship. How were you preparing for that? Because company don't just sometimes it's very difficult to just get an internship if you haven't, for example, done research or done this and this. How was yours?
um how I would prepare for an interview is just interview, because I didn't know what to expect. Like, I did practice with my sister.
Mhm.
That's the advantage I have, is that I have her.
Yes, yes,
She does interviews for her company. Um,
yes.
so she would interview me, but it was majority is just interviewing, practicing my language,
Mhm.
and that's my main language is JavaScript.
Yes.
I do Python as well,
Mhm.
but JavaScript. Master one language and just let them know this is my language. This is what I'm going to be using while doing the interview, the whiteboard.
Yes.
The way. So yeah, just practicing, and it's okay. Like, I got rejected, I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
I
Tell
got,
them I got rejected so many times too.
yeah, but I was surprised. Like, I interviewed with Apple, I interviewed with LinkedIn, I interviewed with this other company, and I just kept interviewing. And I threw myself into a lot of organizations that were, in my case, mentoring formerly incarcerated individuals pursuing a tech career, computer
Yes.
science, and
Uh-huh.
and building up my skills. And I met an individual called Steven Harlan that works at Disney that was mentoring someone else in the program. And when I showed
Yes.
my project, um, he encouraged me to apply to Disney, and I was like, oh, I don't know, like, I got rejected so many times, but I applied because he was very persistent, and I got it. So, like, and I was actually very transparent with my team. They know about my
Yes.
background, and some of my team members, they have family members that are incarcerated, and they didn't know
Yes.
programs like this actually existed for
Mhm.
people with my background. So that's how I practice. Just do it.
Yeah, and
Like,
it's true. And I just want also to encourage my viewers. I applied for where I'm working, Northrop Grumman Space Mission, Space Systems. I applied like 50 times. I know you won't believe it. I have to show you inside there how many times I wasn't even thinking about it. I applied somewhere else. So, but people see you, you're going, or maybe you're going, you get a job. They think it's just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's not. You put in so much time, so much practice, so much applying, and within the same company you just keep pushing. Because some people do something once and that's it. Oh, I failed, or I did something.
Yeah.
It's like in classes I failed, when I was growing up. I'm not ashamed of that, but I kept on pursuing, pushing. So it's the determination that matters. It's not, some people get their life good, they go all the way. It's different. So we all join careers at different levels. And Maria, before you go, there's a question that's been hanging in on the screen. If you can take that one.
What language does so my language is JavaScript, but I've dabbled into Java, C++, and that's through school. But what I learned is that you're gonna learn more in on the field, what program software tools that you need, and you're always gonna keep learning. And just some of the things that they teach at school, you're not gonna use. You're gonna learn at work as you go, and that's what I've been learning at Disney. And like I said before, I'm so glad I got chosen by this team because they're
I
okay
love
with me
Disney. Maria, me and my friend, I'm not gonna mention that because she's gonna kill me. We really, really wanted to work for Disney, and we applied Disney in Burbank. Are you at Burbank?
I'm at Burbank, but
Yeah, oh my God. We really wanted to apply for Burbank for the roller coasters and all that. They deal with the roller coaster. Yeah. Oh my God. We really wanted that. We're like, oh my God. We're like, oh, they just pick nerds. That's what we used to say. So we couldn't get back. A blessing comes from different places. But guys, oh my God, that's Maria for you. And Maria, please, would like to have you again. And I would like to talk to your sister. She's the one I wanted to talk to her first, but I really just want to make sure I was ready. But thank you so much. Guys, please, if you have questions for Maria anytime, please leave a comment below. And thank you so much for coming to my channel. So our next guest, we're going to have a next guest is going to be by Maria. Our next guest is going to be Kennedy Magawa. How are you, Mr. Magawa? Let's see if he's going to come up, you guys. Mr. Magawa is a physicist. He's been on our channel for like 3 times now. He has very good information he shares with us. And yes, so let's hear from him. How are you, Mr. Magawa? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I have to admit, I've been having challenges with my network. I tried.
Yes.
So like right now, I'm doing a hybrid. So I have Airtel and MTN
Yes.
backup. So they are functioning simultaneously. So I don't know if they are still going to help us, but
Switching. Yes, yes.
so
No, go ahead, Mr. Magawa.
yes,
We
yes.
constantly have different viewers on this channel coming from different countries. So maybe if you can briefly introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Magawa Kenneth or Kenneth Magawa. So I'm from Zambia, from one of the most prosperous provinces, that is Copper Belt. Also from one of the renowned cities in Zambia, that is Kitwe. Kitwe, and I
That's
reside in
very
Ghana.
interesting. The most prosperous. Okay, you have to explain why you say that instead of Lusaka. Go ahead.
Okay, because we Copper Belt feeds Lusaka. So Copper Belt is the heart of Zambia's economy. So in Copper Belt we produce copper, and then we sell outside, and then we feed Lusaka. So Lusaka exists because of Copper Belt. So it's the heart of the country. Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Magawa, you have something to share with my viewers today. So, yeah, let's go. What do you have for us?
Okay, I'm going to share something. Just praying that the network should be with us.
Yes.
I was interested with Mr. Mubanga last time is the radiographer. So I thought of sharing with those who are radiographers. They deal with X-ray radiation. So I wanted to share with them what is the physics behind the production of X-ray radiation. As in
Yes.
the field of physics, we usually go underground to to establish what really is the outcome of what our radiographers use in hospitals, in the radiology
Yes.
department. So I thought I could maybe share with them the little information that. So I'm going to share with the screen. I'm sure I don't know whether if I'm permitted to share the screen. So let me try to share the screen.
Sure.
May I?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me try. Okay.
So yes, guys, thank you so much, guys, for you are here. And I just want to say that Mr. Magawa is here to share with us about physics in terms of radiology. He's going to share some points that we can understand. Some of us are not radiographers or we are not physicists, but he'll show us some ideas and information that he knows so that we can know more. Again, we are here to acknowledge other scientists, other engineers that have navigated science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And for the purpose of encouraging girls, boys to pursue STEM. So technology has evolved a lot tremendously in the past 2 decades. And the issue is how will the world at large, satisfy this workforce that are going to be generated due to technology advancing, especially in the past 2 decades. So the only thing is to tap into untapped potential. And that will be encouraging, girls to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And that's why we're here, so we can encourage girls to pursue STEM, to tap into untapped potential, also including other, boys, young boys that can still also pursue science and technology. So, Mr. Magawa, are you ready? So hopefully he can show us something, but hopefully the internet is not going to give
Yes,
you
to see my
issues.
screen.
Yes, we can see it. You can go ahead. We can see it. Hello, Mr. Magawa, can you
Are
hear
you able
us?
to? You're able to see it.
Yes, we can see
I'm
your
sure the
screen.
first
Go
part
ahead.
is we want to discuss the physics behind the X production. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so I was saying we'll discuss the physics behind the X-ray production. So we'll talk about classical as well as quantum physics and what is really behind the X-ray production. Now,
Yes,
what is the background of all this is what we are really interested. Yeah.
correct.
So the background of this is what we are interested in. Okay. Yeah. So what we have in the is my introduction there. So I'm sure you will have mine. So we'll start with this. So the background of production, it starts from chemistry grade 10 to grade 12. That is high school chemistry. We used to have the electronic configuration of the electrons around an atom. If I'm talking, if you can't get me, I would appreciate you so that I don't continue speaking like that. Okay. So the electronic configuration will in our high school chemistry, that is from grade 10 to grade 12. So grade 10 to grade 12, we learn that an atom has electrons surrounding. I'm sure from here, you're able to see, this is the magnified nucleus. So around this nucleus, we have electrons. So this is what we learn as an electronic configuration, high school chemistry. So
Mr.
we
Magaba,
have
I think
different
it's
energy
not
levels.
moving. Mr.
Or
Magaba,
shell
your
time.
slides are not moving.
So shell number 1, 2, 3. So these are different energy levels. Now the question is, why are we talking about this? It's because I'm going to move them when I finish.
Oh, okay.
So like this, I can move to the next one. So that's how this. Are you able to see the next one?
No, we can't see the next one. That's what I'm saying. We can't see.
So they would have set it up. Yes, I'm able to move them after I finish speaking about one part so that my audience are not behind.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah, I don't think
you can see this one.
No, we can't see the other one, Mr. Magaba. It's not moving. Maybe if you can just speak to it without sharing, because it's really, yeah, maybe just speak to it without sharing, because it's dragging, it's not moving to the next one. Hello, can you hear us, Mr. Magaba? Okay, so we are going to wait until maybe he's ready. So you guys, again, so Mr. Magawa just wanted to show how physics goes into radiology. Remember, radiographers, they do x-rays. So there are electrons that bounce on your bones and then they create that color of x-rays. So he wanted to educate us a little bit about his, how physics is used in radiology. So that's what he's trying to use. But I think the internet won't allow him. So I don't think he will be able to do that. But let me see if I can bring him again. Hi, Mr. Magaba, can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Magawa, are you there? Yeah, so I think he's having a problem. So yes, guys, so if you have any questions, guys, to our presenters or any guests, please drop it down below. So we are here again to discuss. If you have any questions, you can put them down below there, so that they can be answered to whichever guest was talking. But I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for coming. I'm not sure if Mr. Magaba is going to come back again or he can address us without the PowerPoint again. So this program, guys, is going to appear every Saturday, same time, different engineers, different scientists. So don't miss out, guys. I'll bring you Elon Musk next time. I hope I can get him. So you guys, rally for me, pray for me so I can get him. So let's see if we can bring in Mr. Magaba again. Oh yeah, now he's completely zoomed out. Yeah. So guys, yes. So we are here to encourage our kids, our kids mostly, and also even just, other people to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And next time, I would like to bring our viewers mostly that pursued science and technology after they've had pursued something else, because most people would be like, oh, we can only pursue science and technology when we are young. Oh, I passed my time. I'm a living testimony. I went and pursued manufacturing systems engineer when I was already older, and much older, guys. Some of you know me already, so you know what I'm talking about. So anyone can do, but right now my passion is to encourage the little ones, because I know when you are little, you don't see anyone who is in front of you, and they don't show you any role model, it's very difficult for our kids to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And that is why my passion is to encourage girls to pursue science and technology. And most men are asking me, when sometimes I am trying to show them my site or my programs, they say, but I'm a man. Why are you talking to me like, because you're encouraging girls? But that's not the point. The point is, for example, I was mentored by men throughout in my professors. They mentored me to where I am. They gave me the opportunity, so many things by men who are passionate about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And those men are encouraging girls. They're encouraging not only girls, they're encouraging also men as well to pursue science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So that's why I am passionate. It's just to tap into untapped potential, which is girls that has never been pursued. This it's untapped potential that is sitting out there. And of course they are doing other careers, but why not do this career, which is a very good career. It also stabilizes a family. Most women, they can get a job, a very high paying job, which is very good. So why not do it? And especially that it's doable. And that's why I'm trying to encourage girls to pursue STEM. And I believe mothers, guardians have a greater impact in encouraging girls to pursue STEM. How? They can create an environment in the house that can encourage these girls to pursue STEM. And that's why I'm here to provide those resources. How can they encourage their girls to pursue STEM in the house? And I also talk about how they can encourage their kids outside when they go out somewhere. So you don't have to be an engineer, you don't have to be a scientist, you don't have to be an expert in this field. Just a little discussion can spark a child's mind. And earlier on, I was talking to most of the engineers on my show, most of the scientists on my show. They've talked about how the spark came when they were very, very young as 5, 6, 7, when they heard from an engineer about science, technology, and engineering, mathematics. And then you can enter into STEM. It doesn't matter what age they can enter. Sometimes they can pursue another career, but they can come and pursue STEM later on. Not to speak about other careers. We need all careers. The fact is, as we go into next generation, we will need a lot of science and technology in every aspect of any career. We will need technology in those. So let me try to see if I can bring Mr. Magawa. Maybe he can give us his last word or something. Hi, Mr. Magawa, are you there? Yes, maybe he's still having issues. Yes, guys. So that's what I was talking about, and that's just my passion. So, guys, I think we're going to come to the end of this show. And we'll see you definitely next Saturday. Please, guys, bring your nieces, bring your everybody, invite them. This is for everyone. This is not just for certain people. This is for anyone who can encourage someone. It doesn't have to matter whether you are an uncle, auntie, granny, companies. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to, because I believe mothers, guardians, uncles, aunties have a greater impact in encouraging girls to pursue STEM. Companies have a greater impact in encouraging girls to pursue STEM because they have to expose these girls to the endeavors. So you're going to see on my site how we are pushing STEM and also encouraging these girls very soon, guys. My website is coming up. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it very, very, very well. So again, guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I enjoy, just spending time with you and my viewers. So I think we're coming to the end of the show. See you next Saturday. Ciao, ciao.